Hi everybody, thanks for watching the PAC 168 Popcorn Kickoff video. Tonight we're going to cover why we sell, the different ways that we can sell, how to get into the Trails End app, and what kind of incentives are available to your scout. So we'll just jump right into it. So first of all, why sell popcorn? Why not just charge a fee? First of all, and I know we get this all the time, that the popcorn can be expensive, right? Especially compared to what they can get at the store. But 70% of that fee stays local. Our PAC will get anywhere between 30 to 40%, depending on what commission incentives we reach. And the remainder goes to our council. And it's good to support our council. That helps keep our local scout camp going, helps keep our council staffed, helps them be able to run some programs for us. So that's part of why we do popcorn with our PAC. So not only are our scouts able to pay their own way, but we can also help our council at the same time. So how much should your scout sell? Well, in order to fund our PAC, we are asking each scout to sell $350 worth of popcorn this year. And then we have a PAC goal of $18,000, which is just a few dollars more than we sold last year. If scouts sell more than that $350, they will start earning commission. We're estimating we're going to earn about 34% this year, but again, there's some different incentives. But above that, they will get credited to their scout account, which can be used for if there's a scout night with the Chiefs or with the Rivermen. You can be reimbursed for registration fees, for uniforms, handbooks, day camp, resident camp, any of those things. We do realize that some families going out to sell popcorn just isn't an option for them. For those situations, in order to cover our PAC's fees for awards, Pinewood Derby, things like that, we're asking for a $120 payment per scout. There are three different ways that we sell. There's what's called the wagon sale, where you're going to go take orders and deliver later. We'll get the dates for that in a little bit. So that's going door to door. That's parents maybe selling at work, calling people in the area, but that you're going to deliver the product to yourself. Then we have the online direct. It's where once you've set up your profile in the app, you share the link out, and Trails End does the rest. They handle the payment and the delivery, and delivery is free for orders over $65. And finally, there's the storefront. That's where we set up a table with product in front of places like Monocle's, Lindy's, The Blend, Buffalo Wild Wings, Farm and Fleet, and we're going to be at Beck's this year as well, and I'm probably missing some. For those, we split the sales throughout the day. So if you happen to pick a dead hour, you're not going to be hurt by that if somebody else the next hour happens to have a bigger sale. And each of these three methods can be equally effective. Of our top three sellers last year, we had one that kind of excelled in each of those categories. So what is the app? The app is Trails End. All of our sales will be logged through there. We're going to do another video a little bit later, which has a little more detail. We're going to go through some of it. But first, you've got to get it. So just search Trails End on Google Play or the Apple App Store, depending on what kind of phone you're using. Or you can text app to 62771 to get that downloaded. If you're a returning family, be sure to update the latest version just to make sure all the settings stay in sync. If you're a new family, when you register the account, you can use unit code 5T5K5. That should be up on the screen and on the flyer that we're sending out. That will get you connected to make sure that we see all those sales and they get credited to your scout. All right, if everything goes well, we'll get an app demo here and we'll be back in a little bit. All right, once you've downloaded the app and created the profile, this should be the screen you see, and the screen you'll see every time you log into the app after that. Just a note, no matter how many times you click trust this device, you will more than likely get the two-factor authentication. That's just been our reality since we started using this app. But on this homepage, you can see, basic overview of how your sale year is going. You can set your goals, how many points you've earned, and we'll talk more about that later. That'll give you the split on storefront versus online versus wagon sales, and cash versus credit and online credit, just in case you were curious about those things. And then most of what you'll need will end up being across the bottom there to start a wagon sale or a storefront. So I'm going to roll this. So we're going to go into storefront, and it's going to default you into trying to select a storefront. Right now, we don't have any in August, so we'd have to click over to September, and then we'll see one, and then you can click on the date. So September 6th is our first storefront at Farm and Fleet. Expand that, see where the different shifts are, but if you try to select one right now, it's not open till tomorrow, so you won't be able to select any, but that is where you would sign up for your storefront. When the time comes to work a storefront, the app knows that you've signed up for a storefront, and it knows what time it is. So when you open the app, it will default you into storefront mode so you can start making sales. We're going to have a video come out next week probably on what those sales look like in the storefront mode, but they're going to be very similar to the wagon sales. So speaking of, I think I went to wagon sales next. Yes, I did. So this is your wagon sale, and I went a little too fast. We're going to back up there. So we click on that Start Sale button to start your next sale, and it will give you a list of all of our available products, and you just click on the product to bring up what you want. So right now, if they wanted 3 Unbelievable Butters, the microwave popcorn, and then go to checkout, and it'll show you the order summary. Little icons up towards the top, there's the truck that shows whether it's delivered or not. Most of the time you're going to say it's undelivered, and it should default to that, so you should be good. Right next to that, a little person icon, that's where you enter the information on who you're selling to, so you can make sure you get the right product to the right person when it comes time to deliver. Now say they decide nope, they don't want that, you can back out, and then maybe they decide they want popping corn and some kettle corn. And then we also have the Heroes and Helpers donations. There are 2 kind of default levels at $50 and $25, but we can accept any dollar amount. So you just scroll down and bring up this menu where they've got some smaller denominations, or you can just enter any amount you want. Say they happen to have $7 sitting in their pocket, they're willing to give that to you as well. We'll go ahead and enter their personal information. It's going to be Baden Powell. Make sure you enter an address or some kind of thing. Google tries to help out with the address. I tried to say Baden Powell's from Gilwell Park. Well, the closest Gilwell was in West Lafayette, Indiana. So we'll go ahead and save that. So next we're going to be going to collecting the payment. So we check out, and they've got a couple of different options when we do that. So they can check out with a card, and they can either give you the card, and if you happen to have your own card reader, you can swipe that, or you can punch in the numbers yourself. You can have the customer use their own device. You'll basically be texting them a link to do the payment, or bringing up a QR code that they can scan, and when they do that, they can also use Google Pay or Apple Pay and Cash App, or they can just do cash. But since I'm not actually buying these for Baden Powell, we're just going to back out of all of that. So you can always undo things once they're done. And bring back to the wagon sale menu, you can see just how many dollars you've sold and how many undelivered items you have. So then we're going to pop over to the dashboard again. We'll see everything there. Scroll down, and we're going to look at online. So this is where you can set up the online profile and share the link with anybody you've got a phone number or email address for, to see if they'll help with your popcorn sales. So a couple different ways of sharing. You can do it manually. You can just do a blast to anybody in your contact list. If they're there, you can give them a QR code or email that out. trying to remember what I clicked on next. All right, yeah, managing your page. You can pick your Scout's favorite product. You can upload some pictures. Just tell the world what you're planning on raising money for, just to help with your scouting adventure, whether you really want to go to camp next summer, all those things. You can get into the goals, the points. We'll talk more about that later, but you can check your progress on all of that. And then there's also some training videos and resources provided by Trails End. Work on that sales pitch. There's some different printable PDFs, how to do your pitch. There's product information, including allergen information in case that comes up, and a scout and parent guide. And that's what we've got for the app. A few comments quick as we open the storefront reservations. That'll be happening again on the 30th at noon. We do have 3 slots per 1 hour shift. However, we really request that unless it's scouts in the same family, we try to keep it to 1. We do have some families with 3 scouts, so that's why we make that available. But we'd much rather fill empty slots before we start doubling up on shifts. We just get better coverage, everybody sells a little more popcorn, and everybody gets credit for more sales that way. Also, make sure you show up to the shifts you sign up for, and if you do have to drop a shift, which happens, schedules change, we understand that, maybe try to put a note out on Facebook that that shift became available, because maybe not everybody is checking all the time for what shifts are open. All right, if you have any questions or problems with the app, let us know, and we'll have some more how-tos later. All right, let's talk about incentives. Some ways we have to motivate your scout to go out and sell just a little bit more. A couple of these are provided by Trails End, a couple of them are by the pack. So starting with the Trails End and council incentive, it's Amazon gift cards. Instead of reaching a certain level of sales and getting to choose a prize from a list, we let the scout choose what they want. Gift cards start once they reach the 500 point level. You'll be able to see how many points your scout has earned on the app as they go. And to incentivize use of credit cards, they actually offer 1.25 points per dollar versus 1 point per dollar for cash sales. At the pack level, we offer prizes for our top 3 sellers, $100, $75, or $50 gift card to the experience of their choice. Last year we had 2 go to Elevate and 1 go to the Cookery. But Art Bodega, Iron Coyote, J. Draper Glass, anything that a scout could get kind of unique experience, we'd be willing to get a gift card for. And finally, at the pack level, any scout that sells $350 or more worth of popcorn will go into a drawing, and 3 of them will get to pie me at the Blue Gold Banquet. And finally, the council provides an incentive for scouts who sell $1,400 or more worth of popcorn. They get a free trip to resident camp at Ingersoll Scout Reservation in July. And just for our 5th graders, I didn't throw this one on the slide, but I believe the number is $2,800 for a free week of resident camp or summer camp this summer at Ingersoll. So your troop has to be going to Ingersoll for that to count. And then we have our pack incentive. If we go over our pack goal of $18,000 this year, we do a laser tag and pizza party. So some important dates to keep in mind. Friday, August 30th, that'll be tomorrow at 12 p.m. Or if you're watching this later, it's already happened. So at 12 noon, the storefront reservations will open. You'll be able to go into the app and select those shifts. Next Friday, September 6th, is when sales begin, online, storefront, and wagon sales. We need to get all of your wagon sales and payment for those sales turned into us by Monday, October 28th, so we have time to compile everything and submit our final orders to council. And then popcorn will be distributed November 14th. So that's all we've got for right now. In the coming week, we hope to have a few more demonstration videos, and feel free to reach out with any of your questions. Thanks for watching.